Welcome back to AI Path and our OpenAI Agents SDK series. In this video, we're covering tools and function calling. This is what takes your agent from a chatbot that can only talk to a real assistant that can actually do things. Let's jump in. So what are tools? Think about it this way. Without tools, your agent is like a person sitting in a chair, blindfolded, with their hands tied. They can talk, but they can't actually do anything. They can't look something up, they can't send an email, they can't check a database. Tools are what give your agent hands and eyes. With tools, your agent can search the web, query a database, send emails, call external APIs, read files, and so much more. In the OpenAI Agents SDK, a tool is just a Python function that you register with your agent. When the agent decides it needs to do something, it calls the right tool automatically. You define the tools, and the LLM figures out when and how to use them. Creating a tool is dead simple. You just write a regular Python function and add the @function_tool decorator on top. That's it. Let me show you. Here we have a function called get_weather that takes a city name as a string. It calls a weather API and returns the temperature. The magic is in that decorator. When you add @function_tool, the SDK automatically reads your function's name, its parameters, the type hints, and even the docstring. It uses all of that to generate a JSON schema, which tells the LLM exactly what this tool does and what inputs it expects. You don't have to write any schema by hand. The docstring becomes the tool's description, so make sure you write a good one. The LLM reads it to decide when to call your tool. Let's look at a more realistic example. Here we have a tool called lookup_order that takes an order_ID as a string. It simulates looking up an order in a database and returns the status, items, and total. Notice the type hints. Order_ID is typed as str. This is really important because the SDK uses these type hints to tell the LLM what kind of data to pass in. If you use int, the LLM knows to pass a number. If you use str, it passes text. Then we create an agent and pass our tool in the tools list. That's it. Now when a user asks, "Where is my order?" the agent automatically calls lookup_order with the right order ID. The LLM sees the tool, reads its description, and decides when to use it. You just wire it up and the agent handles the rest. Now let's level up. In real apps, your tools often need to talk to databases, call APIs, or do other slow operations. That's where async tools come in. Instead of def, you write async def and add the same decorator. The SDK handles the async execution for you. But here's the cool part, context. Sometimes your tools need shared information, like a database connection, the current user's ID, or an API key. That's what runContextWrapper is for. You define a context class with the shared data your tools need, then pass it as the first parameter to your tool function. In this example, we have a user context that holds a database connection and user ID. The tool uses context.context to get the database and look up the user. This way, your tools can share state without using global variables. Clean, safe, and easy to test. You don't have to build every tool yourself. The OpenAI Agents SDK comes with built-in tools powered by the Responses API. First, WebSearch tool. This gives your agent the ability to search the web and get up-to-date information. Just add it to your tools list and your agent can Google things. Second, FileSearch tool. This connects to OpenAI's vector store, so your agent can search through documents, PDFs, and knowledge bases. Third, CodeInterpreter tool. This gives your agent a sandboxed Python environment where it can write and run code, do math, generate charts, and analyze data. Using them is as simple as importing and adding them to your agent's tools list. No setup, no API keys to manage. They just work. And here's where it gets really powerful. The OpenAI Agents SDK also supports MCP, the Model Context Protocol. If you watched our MCP series, you already know that MCP is the universal standard for connecting AI to external tools. With the Agents SDK, you can connect to any MCP server in just 3 lines of code. You import MCP server style, point it at an MCP server, and add it to your agent's MCP_servers list. That's it. The agent automatically discovers all the tools that the MCP server exposes. This means you get instant access to thousands of community-built MCP servers for GitHub, databases, file systems, Slack, and more. If you haven't watched our MCP series yet, go check it out. It's a great companion to this one. And that's tools and function calling in the OpenAI Agents SDK. Your agents now have hands. They can search, query, call APIs, and connect to thousands of MCP servers. In the final video, we'll cover guardrails to keep your agents safe, tracing to see exactly what your agents are doing, and how to take everything to production. See you there.